aggregators in Minecraft either, baby. Okay, recording now. Starry, are we recording?
Yes!
Okay, thank you.
God damn it.
Super professional. Okay, let's do this. Hello everyone and welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 105, recorded on May 11th, 2013. I'm your host, Apple Cider. Hey everyone, how you doing? How you doing in the chat over there at justin.tv/Bronyville podcast? How are you in podcast land? If you're downloading this on iTunes or whatever aggregator you decide to use, hey, good to see you. Good to have you around. Chef is out for the day. He has a family that he is going to go hang out with and spend some time with. Didn't know until they were like, hey, you're coming, right? So he is out for today, but in his stead, I have a continual side guest and friend of the show, Middy Nighterson, Midnight Shadow. Hey, man.
Hello.
How are things in Finland?
Like I said, they've actually been getting warmer and warmer. We finally have spring.
Yes, you were lying to me saying that the polar bears went south for the winter, or for the summer.
They went very far south.
They did. How can they go south when it gets... They should be going north. They're polar bears.
They're migratory polar bears. They just keep on going south.
Then we'll keep an eye out for them.
The French better look out. You're just going to have a whole bunch of polar bears around. Seems quite dangerous. Anyway, our other guests that we have this week, we have a whole host of characters coming in, and they are the group that brings us Everfree Northwest. We've got Tim, Bejoty, and Markarian, two of which are actually recording us, coming in live from Equestria, LA right now. Hey, guys.
Woot woot. Hello.
Good to have you.
Salutations.
Damn it.
Starry says salutations by groaning and dying in Minecraft some more. It's just the way it goes. Great to have you guys around. We're definitely going to be talking about your convention, and I also, just to see everything that you guys have planned coming up, the cool things that are going to be going on at up there in Seattle. And also, since two of you are there, I'm very interested to get a little bit of on-the-ground conversation of how things are going at Equestria LA at this time.
Yeah, well, hopefully Tim's seen more than I have. I've been kind of secluded in my room all day.
Okay, no problem. Just as long as we can do that, that would be great. So, let's do this. There is a very important thing that we must do every single episode. In almost every single instance, this has to be done lest the show collapses into a bajillion pieces, and it just simply doesn't work any further. And what that is, we need to know favorite character and favorite episode. So, to start this off, we'll do it with Tim. Tim, I need to know who is favorite character and what is favorite episode.
Well, favorite character would have to be Pinkie Pie, just because she brings so much energy to the show, I would say. She's the crazy one.
She is. I've seen that a few times.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she's my favorite. And favorite episode would have to be Lesson 0. I'd have to say because it allowed them to, before Lesson 0, they would have to have Twilight in every single episode to write the lesson. After that, anyone could write Princess Lestia lesson, so it gave them a lot more freedom in who they could have in the episode.
Mm-hmm. And then they gave themselves even additional freedom by just not doing it anymore.
Very true.
Just like, forget it. Just writes enough notes as is. All right, excellent. Bejoty, let's go with you. What is favorite character and favorite episode, sir?
Let's see. After 3 years, I think I still have to go with Rainbow Dash. And for the episode... Rainbow! After, well, man, my episode changes all the time, but I think after last night, there's a fun story about this as well. I'm gonna have to go with the old standby of Winter Wrap-Up.
Okay, and I have to hear the fun story then.
The fun story is kind of an exciting story. I don't know if you saw all over the Twitterverse and such about the blackout at Equestria LA.
Yes.
Yeah, so that happened right in the middle of Mando Pony's set.
Oh.
Yeah, he was performing last night. I can't remember what song he was in the middle of, but all of a sudden the power goes out, the lights, the sound, everything dies. and of course you get the crowd cheering because that's what people do. But immediately Mando walks up to the front of the stage and starts playing Winter Wrap-Up acoustic, and got the whole room to start singing. Everyone brought out their phones and was flashing at the stage. I have 2 fantastic photos of it too. I went up on stage and got yelled at by staff. It was great.
Oh, you're such a troublemaker.
I do it for the photos.
You're breaking the bands. What are you doing, madman?
It's just, I never hear that song. I always forget that it exists because of all the other stuff that happens in the community and in my life. But whenever I hear a really good performance of it or hear it again on my iPod or something, it's just, it's mind-blowing how much of an emotional attachment I have to that song.
Well, it was really the first one where, if you have to guess, it's the first one where the community went, you know, I feel like I can be okay liking this.
Exactly.
You know, like everybody's going like, yeah, we're not just watching this ironically, right?
Yeah, it'll always remind me of the first time that I jumped in episode 15 and then I started from episode 1 marathoned up. So when I got to 11, I saw Winter Wrap-Up. I was just I exploded, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. Markarian, let's do this. Favorite character, favorite episode.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. Okay. Well, you know what? I have a lot of them, but I have to say, since favorite character, since you're not specifying favorite pony.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to have to go with Queen Chrysalis.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Now that you're playing some sweet tones in the background. All right, that's a new one. I don't think anyone has ever actually said Chrysalis, so I've got to hear the explanation.
I love villains. I have a big soft spot for really good villains. And Chrysalis is one of them. I love her song. I love, I think her, I think that changelings are really cool. And I wouldn't say that the episode was my favorite, but it's definitely one of them.
I do have to say that though you may have a sweet soft spot for Chrysalis, she will eat your sweet soft spot. So that is, she will make a lunch of them. I'm just saying.
And she'll giggle about it too.
Yeah, keep your friends close and your lunches closer. So. All right, excellent. And does that coincide with your favorite episode?
Actually, I'm going to say my favorite episode is still always the one that brought me into the show. And that's Suited for Success. Because when I heard that song, I just could not. I was like, okay, this show is more than just, pretty ponies for kids. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it stuck with me. Now over 2 years, I can't believe it.
All right, that sounds excellent. So we got a big spread today. We got a Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, Chrysalis of all things. Good to have it.
The best non-pony has to be Gummy.
Non-pony. Let me think. I don't know. I like Gilda.
I like Discord.
All right, good. We've all got opinions. I'm glad for this. Everyone,
I have the opinion and I am going to voice it.
100% confirmed for opinion. That's great. And let me just check because we haven't had him on our MIDI. Has things changed for you? I think you still like Squiggle Mane.
Rarity was my first favorite, but at the moment I'm rocking the Twilicorn.
What? Really? All right. I got to put this down. Let's see. MIDI. Twilicorn.
Twily.
Yeah, just like that, actually.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Well, it's good that we have Bejoty on because, as said, Sandy is still going through these delusions of thinking he's not a Rainbow Dash fan. So it's a little bit disconcerting. It's good to have a little bit of balance.
Seriously, I agree.
Oh, what is he doing? He likes the white mane pony, the white pony. It's crazy times. He's destroying my world.
Best pony is Sibsy Recolor.
Okay.
From Wonderbolt Academy.
That works. Whatever her name is, whatever the fandom has decided she's called, exactly. Okay. Well, let's move this forward. We have our sponsor. Our sponsor is the always awesome Wheel of Fine. Giving a little update to any of you that are out there that may be artistic. They have continued and are extending their listings for the Ponies and Villains contest. That's where they're looking for submissions for T-shirts, both of characters and villains from the show. That is extended for another 2 weeks, so if you want to submit inside of there are 307 designs submitted for, I believe that's the hero side, and 190 for the villain side. Top prize is the grand prize is a chance to win $2,500. Judges' picks are inside of here that include the likes of Big Jim Miller, as well as Tara Strong and Nicole Oliver. So if you are artistic, you can go check that out. That is, and very soon you'll be able to go and actually vote on the designs. But go check that out. That is We Love Fine, and of course they sell T-shirts and bags and leggings and all sorts of stuff. So we love them. There, We Love Fine. Use Bronyville 10, get 10% off of your purchase. Yeah, they said I looked at the site. They said leggings. Starry's now intrigued. Starry wants to see. Let me check out. Oh, it's just Sanrio leggings, but they have leggings.
Wait, is it just Hello Kitty?
I'm clicking it right now, sweetie. Starry wants to know. No, it's just one pair of leggings that looks like it has every single Sanrio character on it. Yeah, it's kind of gaudy.
I had Chocolate Cat.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right, Starry. Starry likes Choco Cat. So if anyone could, I don't know, give her Choco Cat, she'll be happy. All right, very cool. So let's go ahead and move forward. We have all of you fine lads from Everfree Northwest with us today. So we're going to go ahead and jump into topic time. Let's go ahead and start with the basics. What is Everfree Northwest?
Well, Everfree Northwest is the Pacific Northwest premier My Little Pony event. We are one of the world's largest My Little Pony conventions, and we're now in our second year. We had about 1,600 people by the more generous estimates last year, and a guest roster that I still have a hard time remembering the extent of which. And Everfree Northwest is administered by Pegasi, which is our governing nonprofit, and our designated charity last year and this year is the Seattle Children's Hospital, we're proud to say.
All right, super excellent. And what's there is, so last I heard there was a little bit of the venue change. There was some stuff that's happened since last year, and also the date. So give us the info for maybe the people that are returning, or maybe even those that will be coming for the first time. Where and how would they find the con?
Well, we are now right across the street at the Seattle Airport Hilton Conference Center. And our con's happening 4th of July weekend, July 5th, 6th, and 7th. And you can get there by flying into Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. We're literally right across the street from there, so a shuttle can take you right from the terminal to the fun. And if you're driving, we're conveniently located next to Interstate 5, so it should be very easy to reach us.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, it was a really good location. You could. There's a quick, easy shuttle last year that you could just get directly to the hotel. If it's where I believe it is, it's just in that same block. It is
a large hotel that was between the other two,
yes.
So it's pretty much the same spot.
Will there be no walking this year?
The hill is there, but you guys, only time you'll ever have to walk up it is if you'd like to hit up the 7-Eleven.
Yay! That was the for all the crazy that last year was going up and down that hill, there was something kind of momentous of like I am trudging up this to see the pony. I will make this trek. It was
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
It was.
You have to admit, no other con had a hill.
You hear Bejoty over there being like, "Oh, that's the spirit," and he's a Pegasus, so
yeah. Oh,
just to fly over it.
Yeah.
Oh, good going, you landlubbers.
Over here, me Earth Pony have to trudge up and down that hill. You Pegasi with your wings.
Oh snap! Faux racism.
It's okay, Bejoty. I love you.
Well, let's see. I'm looking over some of the details you have here. So right now, the registration is $50 pre-reg, and that is as long as you register before June 15th, 2013. Afterwards, I believe they'll probably increase. Well, let's see. Reduced, yes, reduced. If that, it will increase to $55 afterwards, and that is also the at-the-door price.
That is cool.
And let's see, what's this? Ooh, the supporter membership. So it's definitely a kick up, $350. Let's see everything you get here. Autographs and a con book. That looks pretty nice. Limited edition print, exclusive supporter lounge, and a priority position in events and autograph lines. So that's pretty cool. And let's see. Click along here, and you've already started announcing your first few line of guests, it appears.
Yeah, we've actually announced several guests from the show. We've got Peter New, Andrew Francis, of course, Michelle Krieber, and most recently Tabitha St. Germain. Mm-hmm. So, well, I can't say that is going to be our final guest list. I think it's certainly a very strong lineup.
Definitely. Anytime you can get Tabitha to come over, I need to see her more. But she's a fantastic lady.
She really is.
She is. She is so classy. And Peter, Andrew. You know what? They're all really cool. They're all really, really pro. So that's excellent. Let's see. Let me just check. Well, I just want to see. Let's do this. I like playing this game. I did this with Buck last week, and it worked out really well. And I've got 3 of you to harass about this.
Oh no!
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start with Bejoty. Bejoty, I want you to tell me the number one thing you're most excited about for Everfree Northwest this year.
Oh, you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Come on.
It's not an event, more of a kind of a generalization. But this is just because I'm insane, absolutely crazy.
Okay.
When I'm at a convention, I kind of wait for fires to happen, things to go wrong, so I can fix them. I'm kind of weird like that, but...
Hi, Twilight. How are you? I didn't know you hosted this con.
So you'll make a problem, is what you're saying.
I will not make a problem. I draw the line somewhere. But I'm always on the lookout because I want to make sure that things run as smoothly as possible.
So your fun at the convention is going to be to find the problem and stomp on it immediately.
Yep, fixing them as quick as possible.
Wow, you're great at a party.
But if you want an event, I always look forward to the music acts. And I think I don't think we've announced any of our music yet, but we have a very strong lineup when we do.
Okay, excellent. All right, let me move it over. Let me do Tim next. Tim, what are you... Okay, you can't use his choice. Can't choose music or fire pudding outing. What are you excited about?
Well, actually, I'm really excited for our PMV contest, actually.
Ooh.
I'm actually, not only am I doing my whole job at the convention, I'm also going to be running our PMV contest. So obviously, because I'm involved with it, I'm very excited for it. Which, plug. Everyone listening, you should really visit our website, look for the rules and regulations for the PMV contest under our news section of the forums, and send in a submission to pmvcontest@everfreenw.com.
Make us some really good PMVs. We want to see an epic contest.
Hey, actually, fun thing, I was just talking to Enterplay, and I don't know, we might be able to get something from them for maybe some prizes. No, I can't confirm.
Potential prizes.
I can't confirm that I'm able to get anything from them, but maybe.
We're just gonna say it's worth submitting something. There's a good chance you can.
But yeah, so I am actually using my time here well. I'm seeing if I can get items for our charity auction, as well as maybe some extra prizes for the contest we're gonna have.
Definitely.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm looking over the details right now. It's PMV, but it doesn't have to be music. Actually, you're doing a music and a non-music. So if someone wanted to take, I don't know, some of the silly stuff said on Bronyville and actually mix it up into something, I'd be all for that, and you could win.
Yes, we can make Bronyville the next Gamer Grumps.
Oh, in some ways yes, in some ways no.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous proposition there. But excellent. Sorry.
Okay, real talk, real talk.
Yes.
That's not a bad show.
Well, no. Gamer Grumps, I'm fine with. No. Don't make it seem like I'm down on Gamer
Yeah, no,
Grumps.
actually, I kind of want to say this. We actually have a couple of Tims on staff for Everfree Northwest, so just to differentiate myself, how about this? Let's just go with Pony Tim for my name.
Pony
just to make
Tim,
sure that
yes.
You don't confuse, like, Gel Shot is also Tim, so.
Well, see, it's very easy to spot him. He has a magnificent beard.
Oh yes, Pony Tim has this great big red beard. He's
I do, and the funny thing is, I have brown hair. There's no reason I should have a red beard.
Yes, it's this glorious thing. Like, it was the easiest way to find you because it was just this. It almost was like you had a signal going off of your chin.
I'm pretty sure it's radiating energy right now.
It's
Actually, when I was at We Love Spine's booth, I ran into Heza, we talked really briefly, and yeah, she was like, I have to, and just ran her hands through my beard a little bit.
I'm gonna try and see if I can find a picture of you, Tim. That way I can actually put that to the chat so everyone can. There we go. It's not a good picture, but it's a picture that will outline your beard. Enjoy.
Yeah, it got trimmed a little bit, so it's a little bit different. It's actually a little curlier, I think.
Oh, that's still pretty curly right now. At least that picture. Behold, this show is all about magnificent beards. It's secretly, once this pony thing is all done with, we're just simply going to have a show about beards. I'm going to have no purpose in it. All right, let's see.
I just shaved mine off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's see. So yeah, that's the PMV contest that's listed there, and as I said, I can find it right there on the news. Cutoff is June 16th. All right. Well, that leaves us to Mark. I gotta know. You have to give me your favorite thing that the other two haven't used.
Well, Tim, there's a couple of things. Tim touched on it briefly, but I'd have to say the thing I'm most looking forward to, first thing, is the charity auction. Because it was just one of the most amazing experiences to be a part of last year's charity auction, where we raised over $13,000 for the Children's Hospital in less than 4 hours. And we actually have a picture. I'm not sure, like, if you post, do you post links in this?
Oh yeah, we can post it either in the document itself, or we could post it in the chat. Just give it to me across on the Skype chat we're in right now.
Okay. I'll work on that in just a second. But we actually got one of those giant novelty checks and presented it to the Children's Hospital.
Oh, nice.
And which was great because it's a lot cheaper than giving them a real check. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, and the other thing I'm really looking forward to is working with all of you guys, and me and Tim and the rest of our team are just really looking forward to hosting you and taking good care of you guys. And
but we're all prima donnas, you know that.
Well,
yeah,
being a brownie, yes, quite. But I think this year, I mean, things have changed up a little in the hotel, but I think I've reserved an actual media lounge. For both Brony media and conventional media. So we're trying to set aside a quiet space where you can conduct interviews and maybe get some snacks and just kind of rest your hooves. Mm-hmm. So
that'd be cool. I said one thing that would be great, and we can kind of talk about this post show, is having just the opportunity of just kind of like a straight up just like. Hey, a guest is going to be here, sitting here, point your cameras and audio recorders here, and then just ask your questions. That way you don't waste their time and everybody gets what they need. That worked well in the last frantic day of Unicon, so...
well, yeah, we can certainly discuss that with
totally.
Guest relations people, so yeah.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right, rock. So that is Everfree Northwest. I close the tab, reopen. That's back to Pony Tim's glorious beard. And that is July 5th through 7th, 2013. So coming up rapidly up there in Seattle. You can find that over at everfreenw.com. So super cool. We got that. So unless you have anything else that you would like to announce or say, or shall we move on to the news?
Actually, there is another thing I would like to say.
Go for it.
We actually have also, for all of our writers and artists out there, we also have extended our con book submissions. as well. So I believe that we've extended that to the 19th. Is that right, Markarian?
It sounds about right. I think we do need to actually update that announcement, but I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, so we are still accepting con book submissions. This is both art submissions as well as writing submissions to be viewed in our con book. And we are also still accepting advertisements as well for the con book.
Okay, excellent.
I've posted a link to that picture in the chat, by the way.
Okay, let me grab that and I'll drop that inside of the doc, and then I
Already
will.
beat you to it, Ben. Come on.
I will link the doc to everyone. Oh yes, actually I saw this picture a few days ago. Is that you? Is that you standing there with the nice little suit on, right below the word Pegasi?
Right. Also, aren't we also currently accepting charity donations as well?
Yes, please.
always
Help
accept
us
charity.
help us shatter that record. If you're wondering who's in what picture, the tallest, of course, is Bejoty, and the one crouching directly beneath him, which sounds wrong, is me, Markarian, and the one directly standing to Bejoty's left is Going Once, our auctioneer, who I can't sing enough praises on. And the other two are Flip Saute and Blobus, who are also on our staff and our board of directors.
Okay, excellent. And yeah, super cool, and looks like that was $13,535 to the Seattle Children's Hospital.
For just an auction.
For absolutely one auction.
Too shabby.
And print and having a large novelty check is great.
We got that done at 3 a.m.
Did you just go to a Kinko's, or?
There was Kinko's actually did it at 3 a.m.
Nice.
Very impressed.
Excellent. Yeah, you can get those. I've wanted to just have a large novelty check at some point, just seems like a fun thing to have. Check on the wall.
Fun.
All right, well, excellent. Let's go ahead and move forward a little bit, if we may. We've got some other thing that we talk about. We've got two of you right now that are at EQLA, so I'm very curious. Sounds like Pony Tim has hit the floor a little harder, so I want to know how everything is going on. So let's go ahead and go into news. No Sandy here to give me a fire report, but I'll say that the fires are under moderation. Let's say that. Okay, so you guys two of you are down at EQLA right now, and I guess the basis, the start of it is, how have things been at the con so far?
So far, very, very well, I would say. I'm pulling a little bit of double duty. I'm actually also staffing for this convention as an usher.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I staffed for Everfree Northwest and EQLA last year as well, so I'm returning staffer for both conventions, for EQLA for this year and Everfree Northwest for this year.
And we love you for it.
Well, you are permitted to actually attend a convention. You don't have to work it.
I have attended Phoenix Comic Con. I just attend as a normal attendee. Funny thing is, I live in Phoenix. I don't even live in LA. I don't even live in Seattle. So I have to fly out to even help out at these conventions. So
you take your time, fly up to completely different cities so that you can work the weekend.
The thing is, again, I've attended conventions before. I find I enjoy a convention more when I'm working it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time, EQLA, I believe. The first one I staffed. This is I first staffed Everfree Northwest. I liked it so much, or maybe I'm getting those mixed up. Regardless, I remember I loved it so much. Somebody I was rooming with, JJ. He's actually JJ. I'm not sure if he has a pony name or anything. He's trying to. Shout out JJ. He's trying to get more well known in the music community.
So a different
He's a
JJ than the other JJ a lot.
Yeah,
isn't
not
it?
John
John
Hosek.
Hoseko. That's
no.
I mean, troubling confusion.
But yeah, no, he plays main ukulele. The ukulele, I think.
Ooh, and
No,
uku.
hey, maybe I'll actually make a Brony Tim YouTube and post him up or something.
Go for
But
it.
no, I talked about how much I enjoyed staffing so much that he did it at the next convention he went to, and he definitely enjoyed it. I just enjoy it. Just interacting not only with the staff, but you also get to like slightly hobnob with like Brony Media. I sometimes run into some of the like VIPs as well. Actually, first Everfree Northwest, I actually had a very nice talk with Andrew Francis, who very, very nice guy.
Oh, great guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic guy.
He's the biggest bro. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, if you guys actually saw that video of him, like
Brony Beatdown.
yeah, Brony Beatdown. I was the media guy that I actually was like off to the side watching that happen. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe like I was overseeing that entire thing, and like,
Serious?
ooh, I'm not.
I'm sure it's
know.
it's friendly to somebody's family.
Yeah, but yeah, no. That's
But I'll echo those sentiments. I mean, once I staffed a convention, I don't even know what it means to attend anymore. I'd love it so much.
Oh, it's hard. It's really hard because after the first few times of going to a con and like actually, like the first few where you're like, oh yeah, I get to go here and I get to go to panels and I see things. After a while, it just turns into like, I'm gonna go to this con and I'm going to work. I'm either going to be selling stuff. I am either going to be, working it. And then if you try and go to a convention and not do that, it drives you crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never actually I hadn't even so much as volunteered like to carry a cable at a convention before Everfree Northwest. So it was kind of a trial by fire for me, and I just really found that just to see people enjoy themselves, it was completely worth every minute of it.
Cool. So,
Speaking of how awesome it is to staff conventions, if I may, we are always looking for new staff. So if you're interested in staffing Everfree Northwest, go to everfreenw.com/apply.
definitely. All right, so let's loop it back just a little bit. As said, Pony Tim is doing some of the staffing on site over there at Equestria LA. And how have things at the con been so far? Anything of note that has transpired?
Besides the blackout?
Besides the blackout, that's an interesting note.
honestly, I was actually in the staff break room when that happened, so I completely missed that. So actually, Bejoty, you probably know what that was like better than I do. Mainly, I've been managing lines, but so far, no, everyone seems to be having a great time. Again, I keep people that again, I've definitely run into a few people that have asked, oh, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is a My Little Pony convention," and so far.
Question.
Oh yeah, I spoke to a police officer. They had actually when we were having people wait in line to come to the concert. The hotel, of course, calls a couple of police officers to make sure things go out without hitch. And everyone was very pleasant. Everyone was very, very well behaved. And again, every time you tell somebody, hey, you have to do this or you can't stay here, nobody gives you any problems.
Mm-hmm.
So. Again, I actually got to tell this police officer all about the Brony community. And he was like, yeah, he was interested. And he was like, yeah, it just seems like good people having a fun time. And he actually sounded like he was kind of interested. You know what? Maybe I'll actually check it out. So, hey, I may have converted one of our finest.
No.
But no, but yeah, so far everyone seems to be having a great time. We have a great dealer's room. We have several panels going on. There's actually, so far I think one of my favorite panels though has been Ask Granny Smith. There's this one artist, Casey. I've seen her at. She's actually going to be at Everfree Northwest. So and Granny Smith's going to be with her.
She was at the last Everfree and the last EQLA.
Yeah, and they do a whole. Sweet Acres thing. Like she dresses up as Applejack and Granny Smith's with her, and she is the sweetest.
Oh yes, her.
And they stay in character for the entire convention.
Oh yeah.
She did a panel where it was Ask Granny Smith, and she was so charming and so pleasant, and she was funny. And no, we have great panels, and the voice actor panel. I only got the second half of it. Pretty hilarious. Actually, Nicole Oliver, I think, was definitely the best part of that panel, though.
Oh man, I haven't got to see Nicole yet. But from what I heard from the first day, I heard from a few staff members, there's of course the usual con stuff, the really minor things that happen, but there were no big fires on day one.
Mm-hmm.
That bodes well for the weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on Twitter today either, so it sounds like things are just running smoothly.
The only thing that has come up, and I know that this was something that is a little bit of an interest, and I've kind of put inside of the notes here. The only big thing that I know that I've heard and that's been affecting some is some of the media policies. For those of you that might be trying to find information or find a stream for EQLA, it's not actually being streamed. They have put in a media policy that they are going to be recording everything on their side.
Kind of keeping up to date on that, as took me a little bit by surprise. I knew that they weren't going to do an official live stream, but yeah.
Well, they decided to keep the event as itself exclusive to people who pay to come and see the stuff live.
Right.
But of course, they're recording it for people to watch it after the convention. They should be uploading in a week or so.
And
Correct.
Actually, I sat in on a staff meeting earlier, and honestly, I mean, truthfully, Bronies, we're very used to a very open media. Honestly, live streaming is very, very rare at any convention you go to.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I mean, the only other one I can think of is what am I thinking of? Is BlizzCon, and
Yes.
that you have to pay for.
Right, you still have to pay for that piece.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean, having a live stream,
It's a lot of overhead. It's crazy for logistics. It's tough
very
to
expensive.
coordinated.
right, and again, actually, Brony conventions are very unique in that regard, and so it's actually very uncommon for conventions to have anything like that.
It made sense for me for a first year convention, for conventions across the country, to have a live stream for to make a bigger splash in their first year.
Right.
But it wouldn't surprise me to see them start to wane or disappear.
Yeah, as time goes on. But yeah, we will of course see how things progress. Again, we're still a very young community, and,
Right.
And these are, again, I mean, Everfree Northwest, we're one of the largest, if not like, well, are we like a second or third largest, or how big are we?
Well, it's not a race, but I think as far as attendance numbers go, we're technically second to BronyCon.
Right, and this is only our second year, so really, we're very, very young. All things considered, I mean, this is only the third season of. We've only had our third year of this show. Our community is very young, so we're still. I would still think we are still figuring a lot of things out.
And from a con organizer standpoint, I'm immensely thankful that we have such a young community, because if anyone's ever staffed a convention for an older community or just one that's been established for a lot longer, you know some of the crap that can happen over a weekend.
No, yeah, lots of bad blood and craziness.
Oh yeah, and just with a young community, you don't see a lot of that. You get a lot of basic fires that are easy to handle, and sometimes you get the rare explosion that it's kind of fun to deal with, in my opinion.
And also, Bronies are, again, we have a community where we build like togetherness and a community, and just having a good time. And I mean, like I like to think of the core tenet of the Brony community is of being a better person. So I think that definitely helps with con experience.
Yeah, and because our community is already kind of set back because we're watching a little girls show and people can take assumptions from that, everyone wants to put their best foot forward, really prove like, no, we're a lot better than that. We can handle ourselves way better than you think we can.
Okay, and just to answer something real quick, Desert Nocturne put something here. The for EQLA, I know the streaming policy was made clear a while ago. There was a new one that actually came up recently, from what I understand, which was simply a request made by one of the guests of just like, hey, at least for particular panels, could there not be any media that's in attendance just so that they had the opportunity to feel a little bit more free with their comments. So
Yeah, I heard that yesterday as well. It doesn't surprise me too much. Working at other conventions, people in panels, groups, companies, they can request that no one record in any way, and then the staff just has to go along with it. There's contracts within all that, so it's it's not
and contracts aside, we do want to make sure that these special guests do feel comfortable and want to come back again, and a lot of that is just respecting their comfort zone in that regard.
definitely.
I've heard some complaints, but I mean, people just know that it's normal. It's not a problem.
Well, it's just it's dealing with it, and the ones that I think have been complaints have been my type of people who are just like, we need to get as much stuff as we can. We media types, we're such prima donnas.
Well, yeah, and I think it's a little like give and take again, and I think again we want to try and come to that happy medium.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good. I hope more great stuff happens out of there, out of LA. We do have
sorry.
We do have some other news that we can go ahead and roll through real quick. And if you all want to go ahead and roll off of some of these that we have here, I included the link just in case you guys didn't have it right offhand or right off hoof, whichever you wish, to take a look at that. The first one is, hey, Equestria Girls. It's a thing with a site. So the official Equestria Girls website has launched. You can find that, I believe, at Equestria Girls, MLPEG.com. And it is a big coming soon with Alicorn Twilight looking at a mirror at humanized Alicorn Twilight. It's a thing. We've been telling you it's a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
It's definitely a thing, and I'd encourage everybody to reserve judgment on it until they see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
I'm actually really excited for Equestria Girls because the same team that brought us Friendship is Magic has put a lot of effort into Equestria Girls, and I think it's going to show.
Right.
It may be a really unusual premise, but keep in mind that this franchise isn't just for us. It's primarily for a different demographic.
Right.
And, I don't think that I think there needs to be a little perspective when people are getting really up in arms about this, and understanding that there is a reality to what My Little Pony means to its IP holder.
Right.
So,
I think in the end, the number one, the worst thing that will possibly be is something that's not for us. That is as far as it would go. The community would just go, it's not for us.
Yeah, and I think that needs to be the extent of any kind of adverse reaction. Really, there should be there needs to not be hate, because bronies are not hateful people. Yeah. So let us not judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I think the only real reason that there would could possibly conceivably be an issue anyone would have with this would be the far-flung thought of, they made this instead of making an actual My Little Pony movie. And it's like, they kind of made some of those with like the season finales and stuff like that.
Well, there's nothing saying they won't in the future, and the franchise still continues to be really strong. And I think one of the reasons people react badly to Equestria Girls is a lot of the marketing material is horrifically off model, just really bad. Like the characters don't, if you look at some of the stuff that's actually come out from the show, they look a lot different than the marketing materials put out. So I mean, again, it's because if you look at the ones that were leaked versus the stuff on the site, they look completely different.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of consistency, and then just how does this affect me? How do I know what to like?
Yeah, and it's kind of like if someone said, just had a bunch of brushables and said, "See, this is My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. This is what they look like." It's like, okay. So yeah, there's that big difference in look.
Yeah. Yeah, as said, the worst it'll be is something not for us, and if it is something that is, we didn't think that we were going to be interested in a show that included magical equines, and by gosh, we were. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, like this fandom. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move forward. Build-A-Bear adds Spike and a winged Twilight for some odd reason, as I'm putting it. As I continue my complete... It's weird the Twilight has wings. Wonder what's up with that. But yes, there is a Build-A-Bear image that now has Alicorn, Twilight, and Spike. Spike may very well be one of the many furry friends that you can get since he appears smaller, so they would be he would be $10. But yeah, you can get yourself a plush Twilight to go along with the Rainbow Dash and who was the
Pinky.
other one? Pinky. There you go.
Those models aren't bad.
No.
No, the plushes are pretty good.
I actually do like the way that they actually got the stripes on Twilight's hair to look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll actually make one of those spikes and send it to my nephew.
Yeah, just have to decide to. I'll wait until they actually get like everyone in, because I think it'd be like, the moment that they actually decide to put in, I don't know, a Fluttershy or stuff like that, we could actually just be like, all right, honey, we're going down and spending $200 at the Build-A-Bear. Let's go.
Let's get a full set.
Just grab your wad of money, go down to the, slap down on the counter, like, give me all of your ponies.
You can really accessorize. I was down in I was in a Build-A-Bear in Vancouver a couple of weeks ago, and I saw there was this Brony who bought Dash and Pinky and all like these accessories to go with them, and it's just like I heard the total at the register and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I could get away without getting out of there with a gala dress. If I could get an Applejack with the Applejack gala dress, ooh, that's the best. That's the best.
I heard a couple people planning to put little voice boxes in there. Do you know if Build-A-Bear just does that, or are they being extra clever?
They sell them individually. Like you can buy the voice, you can have it put in at the time that you buy it, or you can buy the voice box at a later time and then you bring them both in. They'll sew it into the plush.
Oh, that's too fun.
It's only a matter of time before voice boxes get hacked.
Well, I think you can buy your own voice in anyway, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get a Rainbow Dash one and then get Jenny to do the, and Rainbow Dash, Rainbow Dash, Dash, Rainbow Dash. Just,
I need one of those.
Oh, I don't know. I may have to get Fim Flam Philosophy to do his Rainbow Dash voice. Oh, hey guys.
Rainbow Dash.
Oh, hey guys, it's a Rainbow Dash.
Actually, that'd be great. I'd love to get a Pinkie Pie where it's like, yeah, let's go to Pinkie's basement.
Hey, you guys. We're gonna have we're going to have an aftermarket on pony toy voices.
No. Yes. No. No.
This needs to happen.
It sounds great. Get me do a Kickstarter right now. So there's these Build-A-Bear plushes that you all want, and you have voice boxes. But why don't you use the weird, zany community voices instead of the ones there? Oh, that would be horrific and amazing, and I like it. I like this idea. Let's start that Kickstarter right now. All right, well let's move this. MLP comic sales figures roll in. So as we always like to bring up, the My Little Pony comics that are out there are really good. And if you are not paying attention, and if you are not reading them, you're not paying attention. So yeah, the results of this month's pony sales came in. The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic episode issue number 6 came in at number 65 for the month at 3,903 sold. The My Little Pony Micro Series, I believe that's the rarity one, came in at number 91 with 23,338 sold. And it is actually increased IDW as a total actually has increased their dollar share now. They are at 7.54 of the entire comic book share, above Dark Horse and Valiant, Boom, Dynamic Forces, right behind Image Comics. So yeah, they are making a headway, and obviously with the My Little Pony series being all the way up there, it is definitely helping them out. I love those comics.
I gotta say, I've yet to actually read one. I've seen a friend, but I'm scared that I'm gonna have to buy all of them, like all the different versions of the covers and crap, and lose all of my money.
Bejoty, you will.
That's why I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm with Bejoty. Sadly, on top of working full time and going to school part time and trying to keep up with both writing and art, I actually have not had too much time.
Do either of you have a tablet?
I don't actually.
No.
I do have I have a Windows 8 tablet notebook convertible thing.
Okay, all right. Like the Yoga?
No, the Twist, which is a little,
okay.
which is very similar, but it's the ThinkPad, the business version.
Okay. Well, I would say if you had a tablet, I would go catch it on Comixology. But you
I want a physical copy.
It is worthwhile. I got two of the variants recently, and the comics are fantastic. Someone actually asked, and we'll bring it up in a little bit, if the comics are within the canon storyline of the show. We'll do that in just a little bit. But yes, the comics continue to push along, and they're good.
They are really funny. They really are funny.
They are great.
Yeah. I was hoping on finding them here and picking them up while I was here. I haven't seen them.
Sounds like somebody needs to just make a quick stop to a comic shop and just try to start selling.
Well, hey, I'm gonna be here all Monday, so maybe I can stop by one.
I know. Just start. It's called slick marketing. Come on, guys. All right. Let's see. So here's an interesting one. Mike Vogel, who's or I might be saying that wrong. Vogel. Thank you. I know I can't say words. A VP of development over at Hasbro Studios actually got interviewed recently over at Collider.com. You can actually check. There's a link here to Derpy Hooves News that links across to it. But he has some interesting bits and interesting information about some stuff that happened. He's been surprised about their reaction to MLP in terms of toy sales. That's been the strength of the show that's made it happen. He has to discern what would be a good toy and a good cartoon. He actually does answer a little bit about the Alicorn Twilight hubbubs. They hear about stating that fans hear, about damage to their show, and they get nervous because they love the show, but they shouldn't be because they've got it. And it's just a neat little mini piece of interview that just kind of shows the studio side. They are interested. They like us. They do like us. We believe.
I've actually heard firsthand from someone from Hasbro that the overall view of the Brony community is positive.
Yay!
Yeah.
We love that you're loving it, but I mean, we still have our primary demographic.
Yeah.
It'll always be a thing. That's their business.
We love that you love us because we get your money.
But I think that's safe because we fell in love with their IP without it
Right.
pandering to us. So they shouldn't push.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Yeah. No. Yeah. If they pander to us, that would probably actually kill it for us.
It would. I mean, what we liked, what drew us all in was the passion and the smarts that they put into making the show what it was in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to stick with, really.
Yeah, it was the benefit of it just being kind of smartly written. So, a show that could technically be for kids if it is done in a neat way, doesn't have to be insulting.
Well, the example I always give is Pixar. It's something that it's ostensibly for kids, but pretty much all the adults enjoy it too. It's so well written and it's so well characterized that anyone can enjoy it.
Right. It is definitely something you can. I mean, it's the for what it is, the SpongeBob SquarePants scenario. It is kind of insane and crazy, but it's something you can enjoy. Does Mitty? Do you watch it with your kids?
Yes, I do. They really, really like it.
Oh.
They actually prefer the English version to the Finnish one.
And why would you? Why wouldn't you?
Why would they? The Finnish one is voice acted well, but they all sound the same.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
okay.
I'm Twilight Sparkle. I wish to make friendships.
That's what Finnish sounds to be.
Hello,
Oh,
That would be good.
God.
That
hello.
would be terrible. In
My name is Pinkie
terribly
Pie.
good way.
I wish to make party. Greetings to you. I make fashionable dresses. Every character is just the same one.
Yeah, so
It's-
if somebody that wants to do for the PMV contest wanted to do the probably movie video, that would be something to make it for that section right there.
It would be. Greetings.
Watch Finnish ponies, but I think it's not going to be that good.
I'm gonna knock you down. All
Ponies version. Good grief.
Just call it Susomi.
yeah, it's the Sonic Underground issue. It's the having one character voice every single character. It's
Oh dear, that'd be terrible.
I have not had the distinct pleasure of seeing Sonic Underground.
you are one of a billion people that have had mercy put upon you.
I actually did. When I was over in the UK visiting Acoustic Brony, they forced it upon me. I saw I think 5 episodes. It's strangely addicting.
It's
Is it as good as the crowning cinematic achievement of Tentacolino?
oh, I haven't seen
But the
that.
thing is, I didn't realize this, but it has Tara Strong, Ian Corlett, Lee Tokar is one of the main bad guys.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is the people we know, and that makes it much better.
Just sometimes you just watch something, it's like, this is so bad, but I can't stop. Now, for me, if you ever heard of this one show called, it's like Lunatics Unleashed. It was one season, it was the weirdest show, but I could not stop. Like, this is so odd. Why do I keep watching this?
That's
But look it up. It's something else. It's basically it's grim, like Looney Tunes.
huh.
Grim Looney Tunes.
That's nuts.
You know, why do I keep watching this is what I kept asking myself throughout the last half of the season 1 of Ponies. But now I know why I watch.
So that you can run conventions.
Yes, that's
the reason.
Yeah.
It's all business. You saw the money come in. Nah, it's for the love.
We're just a bunch of corporate stuffed shirts here.
I've heard that from someone before. I'm not gonna say
Really?
who.
Huh.
Huh.
Never guessed.
Interesting. All right, and our last little piece here. This is just a neat little addition. But our friends over at the Brony Thank You Fund have officially received their 501c3 status. What does that mean?
Oh man, bro hoof to them.
I
That's
know.
a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's so much of a deal that this is what happens. If you give money to them, you then go on your taxes. I gave them money, and you get money back.
And everyone loves money.
So give them money.
Honey.
Yeah, give them money, and then you get the money back. It's amazing, and it's bronies. So,
Well, do keep in mind that even if a nonprofit isn't 501c3, you can still donate to them and claim a tax exemption charitably for you.
definitely.
It's just that 501c3 for them means that they don't have to pay taxes on their activities.
yes.
So it's a double whammy of cool.
Yep, it is. It is definitely cool. They get to handle that. So yes, they are now 501c, able to and eligible to register to fundraise in all 50 states. And they will be announcing a celebration donation giveaway this Monday for a heavily autographed poster, 1 of 2 dozen MLP trading card mats, and even a Sibsy drawing of your OC. So there you go. Go check that out. They'll be announcing that. It appears on their website at bronythankyoufund.org. All right. Well, let's see. Let's move this forward. We got episode discussion. So of course, no real actual episode, but so this is your episode that we have for you. In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there was a pony named AC, not too different from you or me. He worked at Ponmonic Institute, just another face in a red jumpsuit. He did a good job cleaning up the place, but the bosses didn't like him, so they shot him into space. I have the full lyrics here, I made some. But yes,
You just made it up.
it's Mystery Pony Theater 3000.
They're cringeworthy, but funny.
Starry gave a heavy sigh. It means I did it right.
You're such a dork.
I know I'm a dork!
I never got to watch that show. It just didn't show here.
I recommend riff tracks at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't. Some of it doesn't age particularly well, but yeah, Riff Tracks is definitely them doing their new thing, and
The riff tracks of the Harry Potter movies is like probably the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'll have to see that. It almost makes me want to watch Twilight just for that reason of watching that craziness. Almost. But yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move this forward. We've got some emails, and we've got a ton. You guys jumped in and gave us tons of fix suggestions. And we will read through as many of these as we have. If you're not able to see, or if we're not able to get through all of these in a proper time, you can always see that over at on the show notes that are over at bronieshow.com. I will go first. Midnight Shadow, if you will go second. Then we'll go, let's see. Let's go in the order that we have here. Tim, Bejoty, and Markarian for these emails, if we so wish. Is that fine? Everyone able to get to see the doc? Okay, let's do this. I will start these off. The first few are kind of short, but we'll just roll these. Dear Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and guests, I'm writing this email to you just to let you know about how much your podcast means to me and how far I've come to being a brony with it. I don't have a lot of friends. I've been dealing with a lot of drama recently, but I just want to let you guys know that you have driven me away from that. You have driven me away from that much of the time. I'm typically awfully upset and lonely, but thanks to you and MLP, you have made everything so much better for me. So I just want to say thank you for making me smile and making me enjoy your live podcast that I listen to every week. Keep up the amazing work. You guys are amazing. Weather Brony. Hey, Weather. Are you in the chat right now? I need to wave to you. Let me see. Weather Brony. I don't see a Weather Brony in the chat right now, but hello. Glad that you enjoyed this show.
1 week he doesn't listen.
I know. Submits it in, just isn't able to make it. Okay, let's see. Go ahead, Mitty, and hit this next one from Salazar.
Okay, here we are, Salazar. Hello, Apple Cider, Chef Midnight, and guest or guests. I've been with you for a long time, but this is my first time writing. Besides telling you that your show is awesome, and that I really love what you guys are doing, I wanted to know what are your thoughts on the upcoming film of Equestria Girls. I thought it would be set in a completely different setting in a sort of an alternate dimension, completely unrelated to what we've come to love as MLP Friendship is Magic. I didn't really pay much attention to it, thinking it would be just some not as good spin-off series. However, knowing that the film is coming to theatres and that it follows Twilight's adventure to recover a crown from a parallel world is making it sound kinda cool. I'm still doubtful about the movie, seeing as it will take place in high school. I just hope it isn't completely girlified and dumbed down as MLP Generations 2 to 3. A huge fan, Salazar.
The coming to theater thing is actually the kind of odd point. It's coming to theaters, but to a very few theaters in very remote locations. Like, you would think it'd be like, oh yeah, these would be in, like, they'd have a few theaters in kind of set areas that are, you know, easy to get to, but some of them are like, no. So you go outside of Dallas for like an hour and a half, and you get to this town, and that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, that sounds weird. I mean, do we have like the full list of of where they are? Does it form like a pentagram or something?
No, oh man, no.
You know, it's like the dark center is
like, you know, Dominus
or something.
They're gonna play it, and then Celestia will burst out of Kansas or someplace, center of the United States. I'm free to raise the sun.
Satanan palvoya. Just like coming out of the ground.
Oh my god, stop it!
You actually scared Starry.
You guys like ponies? Bonesaw is ready.
Pretty pony princess.
Oh,
I hope Hasbro Branding is listening right now.
yeah. So we don't want these guys anymore.
It's in the chat log as not underscore Hasbro.
No, we are not here.
It would be really weird. I mean, the whole movie is kind of... I'm surprised that they've said, okay, take this thing that everybody likes and change it around, and then make the movie that everybody's expecting this new thing. It is kind of strange, but if it's the original team behind it, then I'm willing to reserve judgment. But goodness knows when the rest of the world is going to get it.
Yeah, it's impossible for this to be like girlified, dumbed down, or objectively bad if the entire My Little Pony team has, I'm not going to say if they have. I know for a fact that the DHX Media's Pony team has actually produced this. So, these are your favorite
they're
artists.
the only guys who could do it, aren't they? Really?
Let's see, the theater showings for those out there. Let's see, there have been some more that have been added in. The Marcus Theaters in Chicago, St. Cloud, and Columbus. The Film Bar in Phoenix, Arizona. And the Ultrastar Cinema in Chula Vista, California, and Cathedral City, California.
Cathedral City? This stuff's made in Cathedral City?
Phoenix, Arizona. Well, so I guess I will have to go and see it and report back.
Yeah, I'm
So
already.
nothing in the Pacific Northwest, huh?
Yeah,
There's a Seattle show. I'm RSVP. It's on the meetup group.
You're showing in like cities that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the some of the listings. It's hard to. It's actually I'm having some difficulties finding the exact like locations because it's like playing at these digiplexes. It's not entirely the. Let's see. Here's one from the MLP forum. So let's see. Maybe this will identify. But yeah, it's kind of just this interesting thing of like it's going to be at a whole bunch of few theaters. Okay, here we go. Here's a full. This looks like a full listing. So this is over at screenvision.com/cinema events/My Little Pony Equestria Girls. Well, just go to Screen Vision and see if you can find it. But yeah, I see like looks like maybe 12 in Alabama, 6 in Arizona, 4 in Arkansas, a whole bundle in California. Yeah, I mean, there are... Poor Delaware gets a single screen, as does Idaho.
Delaware isn't that big!
Missouri gets only one.
You're saying it wrong. It's Missouri.
Missouri. Nevada has one. Oregon, Oklahoma. Some of those are big. South Dakota. Of course, nobody's there.
Yeah, but not that many people live there.
I think there's people that live there, Starry.
Not that many.
Not that many, but there's still people that care, and I'm sure there's at least someone in those states that cares about My Little Pony enough to attend.
Why? They have their own ponies.
I'm sure it's got to be a Wyoming Bronies meetup.
Wyoming. Wow, there's actually not a Wyoming on here. There's no state called Wyoming on this list. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so yeah, that's some of the stuff. As for Equestria Girls, I said, we'll see. It will get this theater release. People will make their ideas, and if it is actually kind of cool, then we'll get it. If not, then we'll kind of go, So.
Yeah. I just like Littlest Pet Shop. That one's kind of got its own following as well.
Yeah,
Some people go huge big heads I don't like, but I think it's quite funny. So
the eyes. Yep. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. Pony Tim, you've got a weird small one.
Yeah, I will definitely do my best. Okay. Tarbla! This is your very, very, very... So hello, Bronyville cast and crew. Love you.
Bronville.
Yeah,
Bronyville. Apparently we're Braun. We're all Braun and stuff.
Bronzeville.
Yeah, so Chocolate Thunder. P.S. Fave Pone is no Twilight Sparkle. I'm not sure. It's like,
The negation, is it not Twilight?
Yeah, it's like
now Twilight.
Okay,
maybe.
Okay, it's now. Okay. Fave episode has changed to less than 0. Crazy Twilight Scaredy Face. It scared me, but it was funny. Sent from my iPhone.
Correct.
Okay. Now we know why it was bizarre.
It was one of those that just like, should I include? You know what? It's silly enough. Go ahead.
What I didn't tell you is actually sent from my iPhone 5, which is just glitchy as all crap right now.
Yeah. Tell you what, since that one was weird and small, Pony Tim, if you could grab this second one that's here I just highlighted. It actually has a question that we can address.
Awesome. Hey, Chef Sandy, Apple Cider, and guests. I just watched your 103rd episode. It was so funny, especially the accent discussion regarding the comics. Are they canon to the show?
Sure. Yes. I say so. They talk about...
I think they are, don't they? I mean, they're kind of... It's definitely different to the show. I mean, they've got this kind of darker and funnier, feel to it. With, I mean, you've got like the Slinky in one of them, and there's the Optimus Prime in the Trolls cave, and stuff like that. It's just bizarre. And then the Isn't Nature Wonderful from Fluttershy.
Yes. I mean, if you want to take it at the purely clinical, does it follow the canon of the show? Well, they're doing a storyline now that involves Luna and Nightmare Moon, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, it actually kind of is canon. So
yeah, it's they're doing the. I mean, it's not the entirely same crew, but it's they actually are following a similar script to the crew that is on the show. So they are working together to make sure that they don't step on each other and just be like, well, in the TV show Luna wasn't able to do this, but now she's doing it here, and that's totally inconsistent. I don't understand. They are trying to make sure that it's not like completely different. Matter of fact, they are having to try and figure out right now, because of the Alicorn Twilight change, they're like, yeah, we've got to figure out how we're going to do that in the comic, because they didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, I think they've kind of... They've pegged it somewhere between like Series 2 and Series 3 is where the comics actually are time-wise. And I think that they said that later issues are going to have Alicorn Twilight, but the first set aren't.
Right. So yeah, they are essentially canon in their mind. Okay, who wants a massive block of text?
I don't know if I want it.
I basically I could try singing it like Ben Folds.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
Just kind of do it like
You had me at Ben Folds, by the way.
Just
do the Captain Kirk version.
oh gosh, let me get my phone here.
I just highlighted the whole thing. It's a big block right here.
Oh my god, this thing's huge.
I know, it's big.
So, good day, cultured culinary host, super study cider king, and gorgeous guests. First, I'm glad to see you're taking fanfic suggestions. See the PS. Second, I have a question, a dilemma. I need some help adjusting my thinking, so please smack me over the head with some sense, please. I don't see many of the people in this fandom, and of those I have been in contact with, you guys seem to be the... Alright, so...
that was so mellow.
Okay. I don't see many of the people in the fandom, and of those I have been in contact with, you guys have the most fandom experience and the levelest of heads. Thank you, Starry and Kitty. Wink.
I'm glad that my girlfriend and cat are the most level-handed.
As you know, I've been working on the MLP fanfiction documentary. Part of this involves outreach and drumming up interest. Recently, I found myself rather jaded by the response or lack thereof for some groups, however. I won't name names, but a few of the news organizations within the community have simply not responded to my attempts to contact them. Of the ones that have responded, I was informed that it's just not a priority to include a specific post about such a topic on its own, because there are a lot of fan projects out there. I hope you can believe me when I say I do not understand the last part, and all the responses I got were polite, if not downright helpful. The only reason my project is any more deserving is because I'm looking at it through love-tinted goggles. However, a thought occurred to me recently. Why is it that fan projects that garner hundreds of thousands of views get less attention than other projects such as conventions, which are lucky to be in the thousands? Wow, way to put it in perspective. I made a list of ideas for this, which helped, but I would appreciate some outside sense being beaten into me, as well as some extra thoughts that I'm sure I missed. So let's play a game.
Now, he has some listings here of his particular thoughts, but we could jump down to the bottom and kind of cover our ones that cover our ideas on this.
You and your guests come up with some reasons for this and compare them to the list I came up with. 1. Anything dealing with money is considered more important because if you don't make enough, you stop existing and the fandom doesn't want that. 2. The time commitment is much more significant. 1,000 people spending 30 to 40 hours at a con, equivalent to 50,000 people spending 40 minutes on a fanfic or documentary. 3. Add travel time. The fact that you're effectively stuck there and the rarity, darling, and depth of interaction of such events, and they become much more significant to the community. 4. Anything directly involving the show, such as cast and crew, is valued more because there's less of it and it speaks more directly to the original content. You might only be able to meet Tara Strong once. You might only see one professional documentary in your lifetime that speaks so closely to something you're so involved in. 5. Some things are unique. There might only be one fic that you read that spawns its own fandom, and the ceiling might only try to melt someone's face once. We cherish these moments, both the good and the bad, and they stand out because we don't want to share special memorable moments. They get their own shout out, their own unique round of applause. 6. Learning. There always seems to be a fundamental instinct to learn. When you help people learn, it's seen as you doing something noble, and thus guides you on how to better oneself. Are often called out to prevent people from missing an opportunity to work toward being the next Van Gogh or Libman. Actually, it's pronounced Van Gogh. 7. Contributions. Sometimes something will proceed regardless of feedback. Music, stories, and single pieces of art are some example. But sometimes things absolutely have to have feedback. Cons without attendees end up bankrupt. Episodes without voice actors go mute, and websites without an admin go insane. If a fan production has to have help, then often the community is willing to do a little extra to make sure they have what they need. 8. Charities. Get special help because extra effort might save someone's life. I think doing this has helped me focus a bit. But I would still love to hear your suggestions. You don't have to read those in depth, by the way. I ran on being all poetic and crap. So with a lighter heart, Pico Pie. Well, to speak to that, I'd say, yeah, it's pretty much, it's a nail on the head. Without attendees, we don't exist, and without voice actors, the show doesn't exist. So yeah, there are definitely degrees of urgency sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like what. So he's working on the MLP fan fiction documentary, which, by itself, if you think about it, is aiming for a specific group of people, specifically the people that are interested in fan fiction. So there's a baked-in audience that's interested in that. The next one is the people who like fan fiction, that like it enough to want to follow and know more about the people or the process of making the fan fiction. So that's a group that is a subset of the original. And then I think that the other bit of it is simply trying to establish, the reasons of why that's important. Why. Or why people should pay attention. As you know, kind of you mentioned earlier, there are certainly a lot of other projects that people are doing right now, be they music or conventions or anything of that sort. And I think they all establish a purpose, and they all have their own things. One of the main benefits that conventions do is, yes, that there's the cast and crew that can attend, but there's also a huge you can't discount the amount of actual face-to-face time with just people, with others that enjoy the show. There's a huge cast of people who don't have the benefit of having anyone nearby that actually like is into the show as much as them. So that's kind of just a little bit of the in defense of conventions on that. But as for like making making the documentary seem legitimate, and as I said, I haven't actually seen or know if there's any demo stuff out there. But if you know, YouTubed up a little bit of the stuff that's there and started being consistent, and you know, if the quality was good, I think it would start, you know, if you had stuff that you could actually generate and say, here's this stuff that you know, it would be a you know, a way to establish, like, here's this is showing that I'm committed to doing it, and that, you know, that this is something that's important. This is how neat it looks, and then, you know, that would garner its own brand of, you know,
well, and
respect.
Also, I'm just kind of curious, like, fan fiction documentaries, is this supposed to be a video where they interview different fan fiction authors? Because the thing is that text, you know, and being a writer myself and having, you know, tried my hoof at pony fanfic, even, I think we talked about it on the first time we were on Bronyville, which seems like such a long time ago. It doesn't seem like it's a visually compelling medium because it's text. It requires a commitment to sit down and absorb, you know, a body of text in its entirety to kind of get it. Art, you look at it for a couple of seconds and you know, picture is worth 1,000 words. You know, people walking around a convention and talking, that's also very visual. And music, you know, you can take in 3 to 5 minutes, but a fanfic, you know, take you know, 40 minutes to, you know, several hours to read. So I'm just trying to kind of wrap my brain around how a documentary would best kind of convey that experience, especially if it's aimed at, you know, if it's not just, you know, kind of navel gazing, if it's aimed at trying to get more people into the fan fiction scene that aren't necessarily involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, you know, that's our particular pieces on it. You know, as for the hows and the whys, your points for the most part are good for the external pieces, and maybe some of the suggestions that we gave can help you out moving forward. As for, I think we're going to skip on actually reading the fic mails, but we have a ton of fics here that users have sent across to us. So I'll just read the fics that have been suggested, and you can go to the doc over at bronieshow.com or bronyvillepodcast.com to see all of this. Let's see, our friend Pico Pie, who actually sent three emails this week. Or actually, the second one here was actually attached to the one that you just read. He offered Under a Luminous Sky by Jake the Army Guy, as well as the Running of Lyra by Lurks No More. He listed both of those, and they are on the document. Other ones that are here, a particular fan here, which I didn't include their name. I know this one isn't dirty. I know it isn't bad. It's, I guess maybe saucy's not really the word, but it doesn't have as bad of a connotation as it sounds. But they want to request a Klopfic by Spike.
Then why is it called a clockfic?
He doesn't know what that means.
Who?
Spike. He writes something and he doesn't understand exactly what that term means. So, just FYI.
It's one you have to read. It's quite funny.
It's funny. It just to understand that going in. It's just because Spike doesn't know exactly what he means when he wrote that down. The other one,
I don't know what it means.
yeah. Well, I guess these are popular. Let's see. Fanfic suggestions. Background Pony is one of is a favorite of some Brony Jr. Also listings here for Luna's Librarian, Twilight's Moon, The Rustic and the Romantic, Brony Hero of Equestria, For the Love of the Stars, The Envelope, The Best Present She Could Ask For, and A Mother's Work Is Never Done for some of the more Mother's Day-y stuff. Oh, I need to call Mom tomorrow. And that takes care of some of the fic suggestions. So thank you all very much for sending those across to us, and keep them going, keep them coming. I appreciate all these fic suggestions. You guys overloaded us, gave us many extras this week, so that is awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and move this forward. It's time for our 5-star iTunes Bronies, and I actually have to load up iTunes to pull that up. Didn't have any donators this week, so if you are interested to help us out over here on the show, you can always do that by going over to bronyshow.com or bronyvillepodcast.com. Enter the donation. What you donate could get us to conventions. If we had enough, we could go to Everfree Northwest and hang out with our friends. We'll have to see. Perhaps.
Yes, give Apple Cider all of your money so he can come and hang out with us.
All the money would be good. All the money would be great. Let's see. As for iTunes reviews, let me go ahead and pull this up. Pull up Bronyville. Look how swank that is. Our current reviews are 805 ratings. A glorious amount inside of there. As for ratings reviews, let's see the most recent. We're looking at anyone that has put something in since the 4th. So I want to go ahead and thank Desert Nocturne and, as always, 5 Iron Brony for going in and leaving 5-star iTunes reviews on the US store. That is super awesome. Keeps us up there. We are at 790 5-star ratings. We are constantly up there in the TV and film. I want to see where we are right now. Doopadoo. Super excellent. Oh, there we go. We are well in the middle of the pack, probably in the top, I would say 30 on the What's Hot on TV and movie. Ricky Gervais, better look out. We're coming for him. I think it looks like we're ahead of Paul F. Tompkins right now, so hooray. All right, and that takes care of that particular bit, so let's go down here to one cool thing. It's time for us to give you one thing that we think is kind of awesome and that you should check out. I am in a mad scramble right now because I don't have anything. Mitty, do you have anything right now that you think's cool?
I could suggest the comic Heavenly Nostrils, which is kind of pony related.
Yay! I should mention that Heavenly Nostrils is drawn by Dana Simpson, who is our official staff artist this year.
Awesome.
Heavenly.
Well, there you go.
Heavenly Nostrils. Oh, huh.
Yep. I'm trying to get an actual link to it. There we go.
Yeah, I've got it. I can put that up on the show notes. Actually closed out the show notes. What a poor choice.
There we go. Well, that's today's one, but
they had a really good one recently about people getting really upset about the changes to a horse. That was that doesn't really happen to unicorns. All right. Well, tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. If you've heard Starry's screaming and complaints and grunts for the past few hours, what she's doing right now is she's playing on our Minecraft server. So if you want to,
She keep escaping, and I don't know how. All the doors are closed, and I'm trying to wrangle them back, and it's really difficult.
Starry's having a little bit of problem with sheep wrangling at this time.
ah, yes, playing games when it was fun.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Damn, sheep don't move fast enough.
Yes. So if you want to play on the server that we have one donated by Zyro. So it's the same one that we had in the for the marathon or the big 100 episode. So that should be ZyroTR1.com and Spitfire1 as the password. You can jump inside of there. Please don't grief. We don't like banning people. But we have a ton of stuff that's been built up, and Starry is still chasing sheep down. So.
Just listen to me. Go this way.
Oh, silly Starry. Let's see. Bejoty, do you have anything that's particularly cool?
I do have a pretty cool thing if I'm allowed to pimp one of my other projects.
Go for it.
All right. I don't suppose any of you guys have heard of Equestria?
I have, actually. I'm helping you guys out a little bit.
Yeah, so I haven't caught up in those chats. I'm an executive director, but I'm not actually running it myself. This wonderful lady in Vancouver, Canada, also named Austin, so it's a great name. She's a tour manager, and she's kind of putting all this together. And when I say tour manager, I am talking about a Brony music tour across the United States. And we're all really excited about that. It's starting at Everfree Northwest, not necessarily performing at there, but that's where the location we're starting for the tour. Going down the West Coast, across the country, up the Mississippi, and do some crazy flips and turns. And then up the East Coast to BronyCon. trying to hit as many big cities as we can.
Definitely.
I am super pumped for this thing. I'm probably going to go along more as a manager of the tour than a performer myself, but I am hoping to play some music too.
Definitely. And who's attached to it so far for this crazy road trip?
So far, we have a good handful of confirmed guests. What I want to say the big name, and they're all awesome people, but Replacer is coming over from New Zealand to play with us across the country, and I'm super pumped for that.
Nice.
Also on the list, Mike the Microphone should make a few shows at least, perhaps the whole tour if you can get the money for it. Sillahound is on board. Tarby, Fenning, Pony One Kenobi, our own local Don DeVore, and Atomic Jack in the Northwest area. Oh, Tarby's up here as well. And then perhaps I'll play some stuff. And we have some more people thinking about it, some big names that might join on board. Part of this depends if we get the donations. So we are looking for money and support from the community. We're currently a solid over almost $4,400 in. A goal for a nice solid tour to hit all the dates that we want to hit is $15,000, and we have 15 more days to raise that. We're gonna have a couple awesome events in the next couple weeks. But yeah, if you have some spare cash, want to see some music happen, then donate to Equestria.
Okay, and where can we find that? I'm actually trying to search it out, and it's...
Shoot, musicquestria.com.
Musicquestria.com. Some people put a C in there. There is no C. It's like the #1 spelling mistake. That's MUSIQUESTRIA.
M-U-S...
I'll throw you some links too. Just
Yes, if you could, that'll help try and track that down. I'm trying to...
I'll put it near our Skype chat, and it redirects to the Indiegogo fundraiser currently.
All right, excellent. Let me copy that, and that will be in the show notes, so that way you guys can easily see it.
Yeah, check out the perks on the side. There's some cool stuff, and we'd love for you to help out.
Okay, linked. All right, so that takes care of that. I forget. Oh yes, my one cool thing was the with the chat. Okay, Mark. Let's see what.
Okay. My one cool thing, I would like to plug a upcoming cartoon that's coming out this summer that I'm really excited about, called Steven Universe. And it's created by Rebecca Sugar, who some of you may know as one of the directors and the composer of all the songs for Adventure Time. So she has been given her own show by Cartoon Network, and our very own Raven Mollisey, senior storyboarder for seasons 1 through 3, and person who brought you Hurricane Fluttershy and Lesson Zero is one of the writers / storyboarders on this show, and it looks really awesome.
Okay, awesome. And where can we find that?
That is going to be on Cartoon Network TBA this summer.
Okay, let's see. Let me put this all down.
Nice.
All right.
I recently found Adventure Time through the net, and it's awesome. I think I've seen everything now.
Yeah, you can thank Raven for just getting us completely hooked on it, and we just marathon the entire series, and it's wonderful.
Okay, cool. And finishing off, Tim.
All right, actually, I may bring it up. Yeah, actually, this is a friend of mine, Warp Out. He has actually a teaser trailer up for a project of his called Lullaby Project, actually. Warp Out's Lullaby Project. That Warp Out actually is a friend of mine who actually, he's my mentor for, actually, a little backstory. I'm actually involved in the My Little Investigations Brony game as a field character animator. And Warp Out is my mentor in learning how to best implement Flash for that project. So this is another project he's working on, and it's a teaser trailer for it. So let me go ahead and bring this up, copy this link.
Okay.
Come back here, I'm killing you.
Starry is so upset.
What?
Hello, I am angry at my skateboard.
Yeah.
Starry is now on a murderous rampage because sheep would not follow directions.
I can make more
Yeah.
sheep with wheat, damn it.
Ugh. Such a loose cannon, this whole show. All right, cool. So I put that down. Just link that in the notes here, and then I can just go ahead and add that to the list of of the cool things that we have. And that'll loop us here to the end of the show, sirs.
Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, the cool thing my friend warped out, and side cool thing is my little investigation. So hopefully you'll hear some more stuff about that in the near future.
Okay, let's see. Let me just put that down. Well, yeah, I haven't heard much of that that particular game. It'll be good to see that come to light, considering the fact that the number of high-profile games that have, well, not for reasons or others.
Actually, if you want, you and I can talk about that a little bit later.
Oh, sure. Okay. All right, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and wrap up this show. I first off want to go ahead and thank our great friends here from Everfree Northwest for stopping in, even taking time out of spending so much fun that they could be having on the floor over at in Equestria LA. Thank you all for showing up, telling us about your con, and you go down and have some fun.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks so much for having us on here.
Hey, glad to have you. I want to go ahead and thank Mitty for jumping in since Sandy couldn't be around today. Thank you for bringing Thunder your own way.
Yay, thank you.
You are in the area that includes a god of thunder, so it only makes sense. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do. We do. I forget the name, actually, but...
yeah, he's Thor.
No, Thor's a bit to the west.
Oh, you have your own Thunder Lord?
They do.
Oh, interesting. They do. You're one of they.
I recommend reading Scandinavia and the World to better understand these nuances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should read that comic too.
Okay. Sounds good. And I always want to go ahead and thank our awesome fans, be it if you are listening to this via podcast or if you're on the stream right now at justin.tv/Bronyville podcast. Thank you all very much for showing up. We love you. We put on this show every single week because you guys are awesome, and, why not give good things to awesome people? Or ponies, in that case.
Is there a baby sheep limit?
I don't know if you can only do a baby sheep every once in a while, Starry. To answer your Minecraft questions during the show. All right, and then go ahead. That takes care of our particular. That takes care of this episode. First off, you can find us over at bronyshow.com or bronyvillepodcast.com. Email us across at bronyville@gmail.com. You can join us roughly every Saturday, noon Pacific, at justin.tv/bronyvillepodcast. Leave us iTunes reviews. We adore them. You can listen to the show on Celestial Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. UTC. And my Twitter account is at Bronyville. Chef's is at Chef Sandy. You guys want to go ahead and pimp out your Twitter accounts?
I love Twitter. Mine is Bejoty Games, and the Bejoty, of course, is Bejoty.
Mine is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mine is at Markarian. Markarian. Can't even spell my own name. Markarian.
Mine is Pony Tim at Mr. Pony Tim. Mr. Pony Tim.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I wanted Pony Tim, but it was apparently already taken.
And please do not forget at Everfree NW. Follow us and stay up to date on the latest news because there is more to come.
Definitely. Meetup groups are the Bronies of Northern California and North Texas Bronies, and conventions that we know that Chef and I will be attending. I will be going to the Sac Brony Expo and of course Sandy Con / Midnight Nights Dallas, and more conventions potentially in the upcoming for that. So keep an eye out. Anyway, that takes care of us for episode number 105. We will catch you next week for more Pony. Till then, you know what you should do? Sleep well, every pony.
Let's make a love. Oh, baby.
Star is letting sheep have babies.
They're so cute.
All right. I'm hitting the stop button.
Babies.
Oh, Minecraft. I've completely missed the fad of Minecraft.
This
it's
post show.
It's still going
You guys
on.
can hang around as long as you want. If not,
I actually need to jet. Thanks so much for having us on, guys, and thanks for putting up with our technical foibles.
Yeah, again, we literally 11:45, Wi-Fi went down.
Yeah.
Like, no, we have to do a
I
podcast.
was waiting. It was all set up at 11 too.
But as I said, we're on Brony Standard Time, so it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, you two have a good rest of your weekend at the con. And once again, just thanks for having us on the show. I mean, it's been too long. So hopefully we'll see you at the con in less than 2 months. Dear God, I can't believe it's that soon.
So, there's so much more to be done.
Yeah, my God. All right, guys, I have to take Rob to work. Peace.
See ya.
Doodles.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out too. Got a lot of homework to do, and then a convention.
And it's past midnight here, so.
Yeah, you should get some sleep.
All right, take care, all.
What? Well, I thought you were Midnight Shadow.
Oh, I'm too tired to turn off the the computer.
What?
Minecraft.
Head on out.
Do. Yeah, there we are.
Hey, I'm back.
Everybody left.
Left you all by your lonesome.
Yeah, they do.
Oh well.
By myself.
This is why I have a co-host.
All by myself.
Mo. Wob wob wob.
Ah, dear.
Hey, Maddie.
Should I buy Minecraft?
Yeah.
Or has the fad gone?
No. The fad's not gone. The only thing is that now it's more expensive than ever.
Yeah?
Like back in the day, you could have gotten it for $5, and like each
Yeah,
time they added more to it, they increased the price. So now it's like $30.
Huh. That's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. It's like when I got it, it was like 12, and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Like that's a really good like $12 experience. But you know, trying to do it for $30. Now, granted, there's some really cool add-ons that people have done, like the entire Tekkit add-on and things like that, where you start adding in like really crazy stuff you can build. So it's like,
Oh, my neck hurts so much.
it's like, okay, so I've gotta go do this, so I can grab this, so I can make compactors, so I can make these items that will make the metal paneling that needs to go in to make this item, and now I'm making solar panels, which will go. Actually, if you ever want to just see how insane some people could be, go watch some videos on people on Tekkit like factories that make solar panels.
Tekkit. Let's have a look at Tekkit on.
T-E-K-K-I-T.
Yes, Tekkit. And there's just some YouTube of people just making these crazy machines that automatically make things. It's absolutely insane. Like they're just.
Oh man, yeah, I can. There's a guy with a pig.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, but watch those because it's absolutely kind of ridiculous. It's just like yeah, things are just moving around and moving, and this goes here and that goes there, and then these get reprocessed into that, and this generates those, and those turn into this, and so it was like, whoa. And all of it
It's
just
like the robot revolution has come and
yes, this would be. That would be
the
if you
end
could,
of all things.
pretty much. Yes, it is. That would technically be what would be included if the Terminator was real.
So that's real and very, very blocky.
Yes. Let's see. The newest Tekkit patch is awesome. I'll have to see. But yeah, we have our Minecraft server. So if you guys want to, you probably should. Do you like Legos? Do you
Lego's cool.
Yeah, okay, then you'll probably like Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm just wary of yet another time sink that I don't really have time for.
Oh yeah, you're talking about time sync to the guy that just started up Eve.
Yeah, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah, it really was. I'm now sitting there going like, okay, well I can play the game again in a day and a half because I gotta train astrometrics.
Jesus.
It's like, I gotta train astrometrics for so I can train to be more precise with my drones so that I can explore. Eve is all. I like that one. Yeah, it's.
Then we discover that Eve is just a front for aliens, and we're actually running the war for them.
No, I was making the joke with like the spreadsheets and stuff like that. My thought is that it's actually an insidious, smart way for the government of Iceland to actually like make other people balance their taxes, like to actually do their budget.
I can see it actually happening like that, yeah.
Like, if you could think about it, if you could just gamify that, they're just like, oh, we could just let people here just figure out how to just manage our own money and just make our own economy inside of here, where it's just like, oh yeah, I just move these sliders around, and meanwhile somebody back there is like, good. We didn't have to hire a whole bunch of people to do this.
And they've got he's got like the white cat and he's stroking it, yeah.
That's how it works.
The James Bond villain, yeah. Well, actually, I can believe that, because Iceland is doing like, it has the lowest unemployment and like the highest growth rate of any modernized country in the world.
Yeah, but it also has like 300,000 people.
Yeah. Well, it kind of helps that they put all of their bankers in jail for 40 years. Rather than paying them for stealing our money, they said, actually, you're going to jail forever. And so they sent them to jail. And they indicted their president and sent their president to jail.
Wow. So you're saying that...
Yeah.
So that they actually like gave recourse to doing terrible things to their country.
Yeah, strangely enough, when people did terrible things over there, they went to jail rather than got rewarded for it. Strange, I know. It's kind of bizarre idea. I'm trying to find a good Tekkit video now, since you've interested me with
Tekkit's crazy. Somebody mentioned there's a really good Yogscast thing with I think it's called Tekkit with Duncan. And
okay, I saw a few of those.
Yeah, he does a pretty good one that explains some of it, and he's pretty terribly British too. So, hello, it's Duncan. So you'll feel at home with him.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, if you want, we could totally like do something up on that. It would be fun to play with you and just like, I don't know, blow you up.
Yeah, or just release some horrible machine that eventually kills me in horrible ways.
Yeah, I could hide a Tesla coil under your house. Yeah, or the most fun thing actually, that they had video of me doing this, but just like putting a whole bunch of nuclear fuel rods into a reactor and then just running away as fast as possible. Yes, I nuked myself. Not even once, several times.
Does it actually go boom?
Yes, he leaves a massive crater.
That literally hits the bottom of the world.
Yeah. Well, if you just explode one, it definitely does like some damage. Like this is what happens. I'll link this to you. This is what happens when one of them melts down. It does that.
Okay.
But then if you just do like multiple on top of that, it just goes further ballistic.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, I want.
There's a guy apparently with a rocket going to the moon.
And why wouldn't we?
This is bizarre.
Yeah, it's totally crazy what people do with that. I actually enjoyed. There was one that was really kind of cool. That was this particular one where you wrote these particular like tomes, and the tomes could teleport you to specialized worlds. if you wrote them correctly. But the problem is that if you, depending on how unstable and crazy you made the world, it would have different status effects, and eventually if the worlds were too unstable, they would collapse upon themselves, and it was kind of like, and this is in Minecraft?
That's cool.
I know, it's kind of, it's nuts how they've been able to do that.
What is this Galacticraft mod?
I don't know, I haven't heard of Galacticraft.
Apparently somebody goes into space.
Huh. That might be a new ticket. Oh yeah, it looks like they do. Oh, looks like that is a new part of Tekkit as they've added in what looks like Galacticraft. So, yeah. That's pretty nuts. I also can't stop this from making noise. There we go. It's a That is pretty crazy. I have to see. I like Tekkit. I have to give it a shot. Alright, tell you what guys, I say that's gonna be it for today. But yeah, you should buy Minecraft if you got the cash. You probably
I guess it's on Steam, isn't it?
I don't think it is on Steam, but if you download it,
No?
there are instructions on how to install it in Steam. It's actually just a Java window. Like,
Well, yeah, it's a little Java program. So
yeah, it's just straight Java, but you have to download it off of their website, but and you can't just directly add it to Steam and have it like overlay correctly. You have to. There is just a quick little thing you have to do. You pretty much have to tell Steam to load the Java and then load Minecraft. But yeah, it's fun. So
cool.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and head off, dudes. We'll catch you next week. Go ahead and hit the recorder and the stream button, baby.
So bye-bye stream.
Bye-bye, yous.